Good morning students. Today I will continue the same chapter, that is crop production and management, and today's topic is harvesting. So what is harvesting? The process of cutting and gathering of mature crop, that is called harvesting. Actually what happens when crop gets mature, it turns yellow or brown in color. So it is the indication, so that means farmers have to cut and collect the mature crops. The traditional implements used to harvest a crop is sickle, but nowadays farmers are using the harvester. It reduces the time and energy also. After harvesting, some process is done to finally separate the grains from the chaff, that is the outermost covering, that is called threshing and winnowing, and then it can be stored. So one by one we will read about that. First is threshing. What is threshing? The process by which the chaff, that is the outermost covering, chaff is mainly the outermost covering, that is released from the grain. That process is called threshing. Earlier it was done by using animals. Actually the harvested crops are spread on the ground and animals are allowed to move on that. So by the pressure, what happens? The outermost covering chaff is separated from the grain. But nowadays farmers are using the machine that is called thresher for this process. After threshing, winnowing is done. So what is winnowing? The process by which husk or outer covering, that is finally separated from the grain. That process is called winnowing. Wind is used for this process. So that's why the name is given winnowing. Next is a storage of food grain. So after all this process, the proper storage of food grain is very important. Why? To protect them from bacteria, pests and other insects also, which may damage the food grains. Actually what happened? All the grains which are produced by the agriculture, they are not going to utilize on a same time. So it can be preserved for long duration. Might be you have seen in your houses also that grocery and other food items, eatables that have been brought, and might be they are preserved for a couple of weeks, couple of months. So same in case of food grains also. Cereals and pulses, they can be stored much longer than fruits and vegetables, which spoil easily. Why fruits and vegetables can spoil easily? Because it contains lots of moisture, which will allow the growth of the microorganism. Harvested grains are usually dried before storage to remove the moisture. So why it is important to remove the moisture? Because moisture will allow the growth of the microorganism. So first harvested grains are dried in the sunlight. They are then stored in metal or earthen containers, either in gunny bags or grain silos. For the large scale storage of grains, grain silos are used, in which the crops are, that means the grains are kept at different height, and each label has their own opening through which grains are removed. The godowns where grains are stored are first fumigated to get rid of pest and infection. So what is fumigation? It is the process of using the vapors of a chemical to get rid of pest and infection. So before keeping these gunny bags or containers, it is important to spray some chemicals so that the pest and other insects may kill. Next is buffer stock. What is buffer stock? That is the large scale storage of food grains by the governments, and use them in case of crop failure, flood, drought or in any emergency situation. And that stock is called buffer stock. Next is cold storage. Actually fruits and vegetables, they are stored in cold storage, where the temperature is maintained between 0 degrees C and 4 degrees C. Next is, why is proper storage of food grain important? It is important because of the following reason. First is protection against moisture. Next is protection against microorganism and protection against insects. One more topic is there, that is improving crop production. So what is the improvement in crop production? That is the, you can say, the demands of modern time. Why? To meet the demand of overgrowing population. As you know that nowadays the population that is increasing at a very fastest speed, and the land that is limited. So that means we can't increase the production without using any modern techniques or methods. So to increase the crop production, various modern techniques are being used by the farmers nowadays, like better seeds. That means seeds should be of high yielding varieties, better quality, free from diseases. Modern irrigation methods. Earlier we talked about that, the modern irrigation method, that is a sprinkler system and drip irrigation methods. Use of manures and fertilizers, which are mainly used for increasing the fertility of the soil. Use of the various chemicals like weedicides, pesticides, etc. to kill the weeds, unwanted plants, insects also. Next is hybridization. That is the crossbreed of the different desirable seeds, so that the resultant seeds should be of high yielding varieties. In the next class, we will discuss about the green revolution. Thank you, students.